Logic is greater than faith. Many times people ask, what is our source and what are our proofs? Theistic essentialist source is objective logic, and our proofs are found in sound formal argumentation. So what is objective logic, and where does it come from exactly? Objective logic is a set of principles that are established by God. Humans did not create these truths, rather we have discovered them and come up with a way to explain them. It's important to note that when we say they are established by God, we mean they are rooted in God's personhood, as part of his necessary being. The same way objective morality exists as part of God's being, so do logical absolutes. The laws of logic, for example, are universally and objectively true. They are not subjective or relative. They cannot evolve or change, and they cannot be undermined or violated, even by God. Prior to engaging with someone on a deep philosophical level, it's important to know if they accept these truths and these claims to be true or not. The reason is because there is no sense talking to someone who doesn't believe in the rules of logic, since logic is the proper way that we reason about things. Moreover, a person can't prove logic doesn't exist without using logic, as that would be circular reasoning. So if it's not already obvious to you, let's break down why we love objective logic so much. It exists independently of anyone's beliefs, opinions, history, or time frame. It is true despite any claims, feelings, stories, or emotions. The laws of logic are universal and unchanging. They are an inherent and immutable property of existence, not opinion. Just as 2 plus 2 always equals 4, the rules of logic are always true. Logical absolutes transcend space and time, and formal logical argumentation cannot be disproven when sound. This is why I always tell people, if you can't prove your claims with a sound formal argument and arrange it into premises and a conclusion which is logically coherent, then don't expect me to accept what you're saying. Objective logic and logical absolutes are the most powerful tool that we have to discover truth, more powerful than faith, more powerful than belief, more powerful than anything, because sound logic is objectively true. It's one of the only things that we can trust to be accurate. All the other spooky, unfalsifiable, unprovable nonsense is for adults with emotional problems. It's time we bring back the Enlightenment period and start putting a premium on reason instead of magic. Time to get back to pushing humanity forward with a foundation of logic over faith. Theistic essentialism will lead this charge. We make no claims we cannot prove and will grant you the solace with intellectual honesty. Something I find incredibly sad is that one can literally scroll social media for hours and hours on end and won't find a single person who commits to putting their claims into formal argumentation. Yet, sound formal argumentation is the most important tool any of us have. Most people are either faith-based or opinion-based or tied to some dogma that plays into emotionalism. It's quite honestly very sad and very pathetic. We must endure the embarrassment of being part of a world which carries on and presents itself in such an amateur, rudimentary way. To use an analogy, it would be like constantly watching fishermen fish with their bare hands, when fishing poles and far better methods for catching fish are readily available. The one tool that can literally get all of us to real truth and understanding, no one's using. If you're tired of that, as much as we are, theistic essentialism is a place for you. So you see, logic is a vital element for attaining knowledge and understanding reality. If we had a universe where the laws of logic were not set, then how could we ever function? Someone could say something like, I exist and I do not exist, or I'm a human and not a human, or it is snowing and not snowing at the same time. We would never be able to know anything. Biology, mathematics, genetics, anthropology, geology, astronomy, history, chemistry, etc. would all make no sense. The laws of logic are how we are able to make sense of the world. People typically look for things to confirm their beliefs while ignoring the information that contradicts them. As a theistic essentialist, be very leery of people who have this mentality. These people are not interested in finding truth, but rather appealing to their own emotional insecurities. Furthermore, never attempt to have a productive conversation with anyone who is not first willing to admit that the laws of logic exist, that sound logic is universally objective, and that it cannot be undermined or changed. If a person doesn't believe in logic, then there's no sense talking to them. No truth can be found, and undoubtedly the person saying logic doesn't exist again will start using logic to try to prove their claims. This is circular reasoning. A person cannot prove logic doesn't exist without using logic. Until next time, man, I'll see you soon. I am the Atheist Killer. Stay safe, bro. Peace.